Within this course, I'm going to be walking you through step by step how to build out a JavaScript-based HTML5 game from scratch. We're going to be including all the different components, explaining them along the way, and explaining how the different functionality works within Canvas, HTML5, and JavaScript, and how they all work together. My name is Lawrence, and I've been a web developer for over 14 years, and I'm going to be sharing my knowledge with you. All of the source files are also going to be included. The editor that I'm going to be using is Brackets. So this is a free downloadable editor from Adobe. I'm going to include a resource file where we're going to have all of the resources used within this course, links to all the different resource and information files. There's some CodePen files as well. So CodePen is an online editor which you can use in order to practice JavaScript, HTML, and CSS directly online. All of the code is going to be written from a blank template, starting with the HTML, bringing in the JavaScript source, and then we're going to be predominantly working with just the JS file, and this is going to be able to accommodate the entire game build. So all of this is going to be included step by step, how to build out the game from scratch, starting with the different variables to use, how to set up the canvas, how to bring in images, load in images, adding in listeners, keyboard listeners, listening for key down functions, arrow keys, checking to see which keys are actually pressed, also preventing runoff of the various objects on the screen, and then some additional functionality of those objects, some useful functionality here, and different ways to break apart and set up games, looping of games, and animation of games, and then rendering out animations onto the canvas, doing collision detection, adding in different objects on the screen, and then moving around those objects on the screen, also preventing them from running off the screen for movement, and then of course collision detection, and then drawing out different objects such as dots, so circular, and rectangles as well, and then finally drawing out those images on the screen and writing text onto the canvas to be able to complete a simple game like this simulation of Pac-Man versus the two ghosts. It's encouraged that you do follow along and practice the code that we're discussing, even create your own versions of the code using your own editor or using an online editor. So when you're ready, let's begin creating our first HTML5 game.